All right. He was abandoned as a baby and is now a full-time minister of the gospel. He's defied death and sickness. And joining us now is assistant pastor Jeremy Arnold to share his story as well as what it means to live with purpose. He's assistant pastor at the Andrews Memorial Seventh-day Adventist Church. Morning.
Hey, good morning.
Great to meet you, Pastor.
Same here.
You're not Jamaican?
No, sir.
You're from Belize?
Yes.
Why are you in Jamaica?
Well, to finish my studies at the Northern Caribbean University.
Theology.
Theology. Mm-hmm.
And you just decided to hang around?
Yes. After graduation, the Seventh-day Adventist Conference in East Jamaica decided to recruit me, and so that's the reason I'm here.
Why Christian?
Why Christian? Because of my worldview. Every individual have a worldview, and one's worldview is made up of 4 components: origin, meaning, morality, and destiny. And I have found the answer in Christianity.
How long ago?
Interesting, because I was born and bred in the church, but I left.
Like most of us.
Yes, sir. I left and journeyed back on the search for truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you found it?
And I found it.
And why Seventh-day Adventist?
Well, in the pursuit for truth and in the way I was raised, and reading and studying the scripture led me to where I am today.
Yours is an incredible story in preparing for this interview. Yeah. How much can you tell us?
How much time do you have?
Not much.
Okay.
Give me the story in a nutshell.
Okay, the story in a nutshell, I'm one of 13 children for my mom.
Where do you fall?
I am the 10th child,
okay.
The last boy. And so, mommy was pregnant and with the 10th child, and she was rushed to the hospital. And I must add, the reason for her being rushed to the hospital was had to do with my father, who I believe, took to heart the command given by God to be fruitful and multiply. And in so doing, he gave mommy a sickness that caused the early delivery. But when she got to the hospital, and may I just say too that I am sharing a story that was shared with me, confirmed by family members and neighbors. And when she got there, the doctors knew her well because she would be there every year. And this
9 before you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And somewhat I understand that given where technology was there and then, and the case of this woman, he wouldn't even try. It's not that the baby was born dead, but that the complications and everything that surrounded the baby was just so much.
How many months premature?
5 months.
5 months premature.
5 months premature. And he wouldn't waste resources, if you will.
Because they just didn't think he would survive.
Yes, you can. I mean, it's impossible in their eyes that 5 months.
So what did they do?
So mommy said that they took the baby and they put it in the trash that was there.
Put it in the trash?
Yeah. Because it's impossible.
But did they think that you were dead?
I don't know.
Well, they put you in trash?
Yeah, I mean, as it's.
Yeah.
And so she was discharged, and she asked for her baby, and they said to her, "You didn't have a baby. You had a 5 months fetus that did not survive." And when she was leaving, she went back because she knew where they placed the baby, and she picked up and retrieved there. She said when she looked in the bin, she saw, still in the fetal position, and she saw breathing. And as long as there is breathing, there is hope. And she picked up her baby and went home.
Here you are now.
Yes, here I am.
As they say, the rest is history.
Yeah, the rest is history. But if I can, it was very difficult because we live in in severe poverty.
Yeah.
House is rat infested, roach infested, rat eat you. There is no electricity, there is no running water. And you have to live with that. And to compound the problem, here is a situation that you have to face.
When you think back now, what comes to mind?
A lot of things. A lot of things. I see the hands of God. It's amazing because I had no reason to leave the church because I had enough to stay. But like sheep, we all wander and go astray. But when I look back, I see the hands of God.
Is that one of the reasons why you chose theology?
Yes. Mommy would say, you have no other purpose.
Is this to give thanks?
Yes, to give thanks and to serve humanity and to serve
I shared with you before that one of my grandkids,
Yes.
he was born 5 months premature.
Yeah.
He wears hearing aids.
Yeah.
So I suspect, and I'm not asking you to tell me what, but I suspect physically you would have some challenges even now.
Yes. That has grown with me, and they have no intention of leaving.
But you're going to be all right.
Yes, but I'm going to be all right. As I look at it and I recognize that each one of us have a purpose. And God permits us and allows suffering, but not to derail our purpose, but as a means to propel us towards where we should go and what we should do.
You found your purpose.
I have.
You're certain.
I have certain.
Ever questioned it?
No.
Ever questioned what happened to you, why it happened?
Yes. And I have found the answer in God. In that, the Apostle Paul said, I have prayed 3 times for God to remove this thorn, but the Lord said, no, because it is in your weakness that I am made strong. I recognize that God saw this necessary to keep me rooted and grounded in Him.
Yep. And I understand all of that. Do you think that you could have got here if you hadn't gone through what you...
Interesting, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. Because everything that we go through, everything I went through, put me on a particular path. And this is the path that it placed me on.
As we come to the end of the interview, I'll ask you please to look in that camera and just tell the folks who would be going through tough times, difficult times, don't know what to do. Tell them what to do.
It was 2006. I was listening to TED Talk with Rick Warren. And he said something that I want to use here this morning. He said, speaking of Moses in Exodus chapter 4, that God asked him, what do you have in your hand? And he said, I have a shepherd's rod. And Rick Warren pointed out 3 things: that the shepherd's rod was 1, his income, 2, his influence, and 3, who he was. He was a shepherd. His sheep was his income, and his influence had to do with what he was doing. And God said to him, put down the rod, put down your income, put down who you are, put down your influence, and allow me to raise you back in purpose, raise it back in purpose. I want to encourage you this morning, whatsoever you're faced with, whatsoever you're going through, the same God who have begun a good work, the same God who commanded and spoke, and everything that wasn't came and stood still and stood fast, rather. I want to encourage you that that same God is working things out and is working on your behalf. If I can just add, just for a couple of seconds, that Moses in Exodus 33, I believe, said, Lord, I need to see your glory. If I am to move forward, I need to see your glory. And God said, you can't, because no man see my face and live. And Moses was insisting, and God said, okay, I will put you in the cleft of the rock. The cleft of the rock is a hard place. rigid place, it's a sharp place, it's a rough place. But after all this, Moses saw the glory of God. I want to encourage you that despite the hardship, despite the hard place, and even despite how you entered this world, it's not about how you entered, it's how you will finish. Yes, you're in a hard place, and the next thing after a hard place is to see the glory of God.
I pray that your challenges won't overwhelm you.
Why, thank you so much.
Great to meet you.
Same here.
God bless.
God bless you.
Assistant Pastor Jeremy Arnold, and Assistant Pastor at the Memorial Seventh-day Adventist Church. All right, fantastic. We move on, folks. Up next, we discuss Kumina. Misunderstood or feared? Soon come.